Hey, Jannik. A lot of people have been talking about the gold medal match yesterday and Novak. I'm just curious if you watched it, if you thought of anything in particular about the level of tennis, the tactics, if anything caught your attention.
Yeah, of course. I watched a little bit because in the beginning I was practicing. So when I came back, I watched the whole second set, and yeah, it was a very high level match. No, I think everyone agrees with that. It was a very physical match, and when two best players in the world they face each other at the moment, they are producing something very special. So it was a pleasure to watch this kind of match, and I think every one of us really enjoyed it. This kind of level we don't see every day. So yeah, it was an amazing match.
Hi, Jannik. Heading into the tournament, there was a lot of questions about how many players would actually show up because of the Olympics being just before. I was just wondering what you had in mind had you been able to participate in the Olympics. How did you view the transition between the two tournaments, and were you planning to be here all along?
No, for sure it's a question of how well you play there and how far you go. Obviously, if you play for a medal, from the last 2 days of the other tournament, there is a very high percentage that I won't be here, to play, because the body needs a certain time to recover and also to adapt to a new surface, which, the last time we played on hard court was Miami, so it's a little while ago, and you need to get used to it. So if that would have been the case, maybe I also would not be here. But there is still a very highly draw in this competition here this week, so it's gonna be a very interesting week.
Hello, I also have one related to the Olympics. What have you thought about the reaction of Novak Djokovic when you've won? It was really emotional. Do you think you would have reacted the same way? Do you understand the feeling he had?
No, of course I understand, but I think he understands it more than anyone else. No, he tried so hard to get this medal, which was the last thing he really need to accomplish, and he knew this in his mind, and he was close a couple of times making bronze, fourth couple of times, and this year was his year, and yeah, it was just a very nice scene also to see how much this means to him, and also the reaction of Carlos after. It's the same reaction in the opposite way. We work for this kind of things and success. So obviously Novak has many more years of expectations also, and it's very nice to see.
Jannik, speaking about you, how excited are you to actually be back playing? Missing weeks, frustration. How's it feeling starting off again?
No, it feels great. I mean, I arrived here quite early. Firstly, to get rid of the jet lag, and then secondly to recover here the last part of my thing what I had, and for sure the first couple of days they were very slow days with not a lot of practice, trying to get the body used to it again, and now I'm practicing a little bit harder again, and yeah, I feel the body quite well, or honestly really good, and ready to compete again. For sure it's a little while ago since the last tennis match I played, because Wimbledon, and so let's see. I mean, it's very exciting to be here, and hopefully I can show some good tennis.
Hi, Jannik. You are 22-1 on hard court this season, if I'm not mistaken. How do you explain the level of success you have on this surface, winning in Australia and winning in Toronto last year as well, in Canada?
Yeah, I mean it's for sure my favorite surface. That's for sure. But every situation it's different. Here, the ball, for example, is flying quite a lot. So you have to feel the ball and the court a little bit more and just trying to play with a good mindset, with the right mindset against every opponent I will face, and just going also day by day. Tomorrow I think I play doubles, and then we see how that goes, which is a good start for me, trying to prepare in the best possible way. Then the singles, and yeah, so let's see.
Hi, Jannik. For a little while, Canada was not, didn't have a strong tradition in tennis as far as producing good like very good players. I'm just wondering, for a player of your generation, how do you view Canada among the countries in the tennis world?
Well, we are very lucky because we travel a lot. We see new cultures. We see new stadiums and how the stadium is behaving, with the crowd and everything, and every part of where we play, it's a little bit different. And Canada, for sure, it's especially here, Montreal and Toronto is nice because you have this mix of English and French, and Canada has very, very high potential players, and I believe that they will come through in the next years because Felix is playing really well, and also Dennis is back, and hopefully Milos can keep going for a little while because they are all players who have so much potential as player, and me personally, I just enjoy to come here. I really love the atmosphere here in Canada, and then we see how everything is going to be this week.
Hi, Jannik. Stephen from The Slice. Your coach and you just mentioned now that the balls are flying a bit more here. When that's the case, do you make any adjustments in your game when you're playing, or not?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of little changes you make. It depends also how bouncy the court is. Here is quite bouncy, so you can play a little bit more with rotation, for example. But even the very flat deep ball is very tough to handle. So you have to mix up the game a little bit more. And I think for sure the first match is always kind of testing how everything is. You can prepare very good in practice sessions, but then the real test comes with the official match. And so let's see. In any case, it's going to be a tough first round match for me.
Sure. I was going to say, since you're from the north of Italy, hockey's very big here in Montreal and Canada. Do you follow the NHL or hockey at all in general?
No, I'm not following hockey. I know that some of my friends, they play always hockey because they are where I'm born. There is a lot of ice hockey. So, but I've never been on ice, or I've been only once on ice. So I'm not following that much. Thank you.